Hi, this is Jim, and welcome back to my craps channel. Well, the lessons for the Dicey Divas have been going well, and they've pretty much learned the basics of how to play, so I took off for vacation. But while I was away, the girls came up with a new question. How do we win? Well, I wasn't around, so they started, going through Amazon, looking at books, and of course then right here on YouTube, they found dozens and dozens of videos on how to become rich playing craps. So they couldn't wait for me to come back so I could tell them which one will get them rich the fastest. Well, they each had several sure winning systems, so I had to think about it, and I decided what we need to do is go back to the drawing board. They don't need lessons just how to play. They need lessons about strategies, how to win, what these systems are, how do they work. So what we'll do is we'll start out with just one system at a time. I'll pick from one of the ladies and we'll get their favorite system and we'll go through it and we'll talk about it. We'll put the math to it and we'll see how does it work. Most of these strategies have some idea about maybe one bet of one type mixing with another type, and that'll cover the other bet. So if one bet loses, the other one will win, and so forth. Or putting down multiple bets at the same time that will again balance things out but always come out a winner. So and then of course there's, and we'll talk about this one first, the famous Martingale system. This has been around for more than 100 years. So this one has many variations, but I can give you the basics and then you can see what you'd like to do with it. It can be used with some success. So let's get to it and we'll talk about how the Martingale system works. It started out as a kind of coin toss bet. You flip a coin, you bet $1, and if you lose, you bet $2 on the next one. And if that one loses, you bet $4. You keep doubling up. There are other systems that do double up plus one, and you'll see a lot of these systems as you look through on YouTube and in books and other things as a way to win. So you go to the casino and you bet the field. So you put in $1, you win. Okay, you put in another $1, you lose. Okay, now you put in $2. So the idea is how many times in a row could they possibly keep, rolling no field bets? Sooner or later there has to be a field. I mean, it's, look at all the numbers in there, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 12, etc. So it seems likely, our intuition tells us that 3, 4 times in a row, and then for sure the next one is going to work. Same way if you're tossing a coin. So what's the probability, if you're actually tossing a coin, that you could get 6 times in a row heads or 6 times in a row tails, especially if you're there for a short time. You're only, let's say, you're going to flip the coin 200 times. Do you think in that 200 times there's any chance you'd get 6 in a row? Well, you probably wouldn't bet that that would be the case, but the probability is actually quite high. The actual mathematical probability that you're going to get 6 heads in a row, at just 100 flips of a coin, you've got a better than 80% chance that you're going to get that heads or tails 6 times in a row. As a matter of fact, even 7 times in a row is better than a 50% chance in just 100 coin tosses. So you toss that coin 250 times, now you're looking at about a better than 90% chance that you are going to get 6 in a row. And that could be a disaster for your bankroll. So this strategy has been pretty much proven not to work. And even for the short term, if it does work for you, are you having any fun? And how much are you winning? Because you're always winning your minimum bet. So if you're doing it short term, it's small winnings. It may not be worth it. If you're going to Vegas for fun, have some fun, but don't use the Martingale. Another thing about the coin toss, you have to think of a coin toss as a 50-50, and you're still going to lose on this double up system because you're going to reach your limit. But in the casino, suppose it were a coin toss, but for every time you won, instead of giving you $1 when you bet $1, they only gave you 98 cents. Or suppose they only gave you 89 cents. Many of the bets in the casino, because of the house advantage and the way they pay the odds, are like this. They have an edge there. So then we'll have to look at some of the other systems and say, well, if they put two different bets down, can one cover the other? Or if we put multiple bets down in different ways, can that somehow protect you from a loss? Kind of like a stock market strategy. So in the next video, we'll start looking at some of those systems. For now, that's the Martingale system, and it really doesn't work. Sorry.